Hey everybody! So I wanted to take a couple minutes to make sure you understand what you need to do to complete Project Part 4. So we have finally reached this point. It is time to submit the final draft of your course project essay. So you've done all your research, you've written your draft, you've gotten my feedback on it. Hopefully you received feedback from one of your peers, right? Use that feedback to your advantage. The reason I give you feedback on your draft is because I expect to see those changes made when you submit the final draft, right? So keep in mind that Project Part 4 is due Wednesday of week 9. So you get a few extra days. Normally the week 8 work would be due Sunday night. You get until Wednesday night to submit Project Part 4. Right? There's a bulleted list of submission requirements, some reminders. It is the same list of reminders that I included in the instructions for Project Part 3. Okay? Just remember everything about APA format, that you're in the right font style and size, that you've double spaced, you have your cover page, your running head, your abstract, that you've adhered to APA style. You need a solid introductory paragraph that grabs our attention, introduces your topic, and ends with your thesis statement. You need to have several main points that you discuss in the body of the essay, right? Each main point might require multiple paragraphs to fully develop and explain. Remember the rules of paragraph development and paragraph focus, okay? All your paragraphs should have transitional topic sentences. All of your paragraphs should fully develop the idea that that paragraph is about. Sometimes you might be using some source material to help explain that idea, but not every time. So make sure that you are using your ideas to explain your main points, using source material when necessary to help back up that main point, right? Remember that 80% of the essay should be your ideas and words. Only 20% should be from source material. Okay? Each paragraph should end with a concluding statement that wraps up the paragraph's main point, and the essay itself should end with a concluding paragraph, right, that does everything a conclusion is supposed to do. There should be source material from at least 3 to 5 sources used in the essay. At least one of those sources should be some sort of opposing or contradictory point of view. Any information that comes from a source, whether it's summary, paraphrase, or direct quote, should be cited properly every time. Failure to do so constitutes plagiarism and could result in a failing grade. This is the final draft of the paper. Okay? Any source that is cited in the body of the essay has to appear on the references page. Any source listed on your references page has to be used at least once in the body of the paper. Right? Make sure that you have a nice formal college level tone and voice and level of formality in your writing. Try to have as few grammar and mechanics and sentence level errors as possible. If you're not comfortable proofreading your own paper, or even if you do proofread your own paper, maybe have someone else give it a look over as well, right? That should be the last thing you do before you submit them. Correcting those smaller errors is the last thing in the revision process, right? Please note, right, that if the final draft is vastly different than the rough draft you submitted for Project Part 3, I will run it through a plagiarism checker again, right? Because I did that with all the rough drafts. If what you submit is a lot different, I will run it through a plagiarism checker again, okay? Make sure that the essay is 100% yours. If obviously you will be using source material at different points in the essay. As long as you've cited them appropriately, you're fine there. But make sure the majority of the essay, that it's your ideas and your words. Okay? All right. If you have any questions, let me know. If you run into any difficulties, let me know. try to do your best to use that feedback to make some corrections and get a nice, good high score on this, okay? Try to have it submitted on time by Wednesday of week 9, okay? Good luck, and I cannot wait to read your final products.